Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us on CNN News Central. I'm Boris Sanchez with Alex Marquardt in Washington, D.C. Brianna Keilar has the day off. We start with twin blasts rocking Iran. More than 100 people dead as fears grow of a widening war in the Middle East. One of the bombings was caught on an Iranian state broadcast. Watch this. You see the panic in the crowd there. The explosions happened about 20 minutes apart. More than 140 were also wounded, according to Iranian state media.
And also, according to Iran state media, they're reporting that officials are calling now this a terror attack. The blast happened in the city of Kerman during a tribute to the Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani, who was killed exactly 4 years ago by a U.S. drone strike in Iraq. State media reporting that the first bomb that blew up today was in a suitcase. Joining us now is Josh Rogin, a columnist for The Washington Post. Josh, thanks so much for being with us on this incredibly dramatic story. First, I want to ask who you think might be behind this attack, because there is a fairly lengthy list of potential culprits.
Right. Well, we can't be sure. This attack has all the hallmarks of and fits a pattern of attacks by Sunni militant groups against Shiite religious institutions inside of Iran. Occam's razor says it's Sunni extremists behind it. Of course, we can't really know. Either way, the Iranian government is not waiting for the investigation to blame Israel. They're going to blame Israel whether or not they have evidence of it one way or the other. And the reason they're doing that is because, one, they're already blaming Israel for a bunch of stuff, and two, they're deflecting from the idea that this could be an internal issue and not an external issue. And so what that means is that the retaliation from the Iranian side is likely to target Israel and possibly U.S. forces around the region, and that's just going to escalate tensions, raise the risk of a wider spillover for war, and make the already dangerous situation in the Middle East only that much more dangerous and risky in the days and weeks ahead.
And to that point, Josh, we've seen that Iran has moved one of its Navy destroyers into the Red Sea, a sign that they're backing the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Meantime, Israel struck a Hamas target in Lebanon, drawing the ire of Hezbollah. So there is real concern that this could very quickly escalate and become a more regional conflict. What's the likelihood that we may see some more intervention by the United States or perhaps the Israelis?
Right. I mean, this has been a medium boil regional conflict for almost 2 months, Boris. And, all sides, including Hezbollah and Iran, but also the United States and Israel, have an interest in avoiding all-out war. And we see that the Iranians and their proxies in Iraq and in Yemen and in Syria and in Lebanon are all harassing U.S. and Israeli military personnel and merchant ships, but they're not actually attacking all out yet. And so they're making a calculation about where our red lines are. We're making a calculation about where their red lines are. We could both be wrong. And that in that confusion, in that misunderstanding, lies the risk of the greater region-wide all-out conflict that nobody really actually wants.
And Josh, we've been monitoring a speech today by the head of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah. Hezbollah, of course, backed by Iran. It comes the day after that Hamas leader, another group backed by Iran, was also killed in Lebanon, in fact, in an area that is dominated by Hezbollah. What is your sense of what Hezbollah's response may be?
Right. Well, the Nasrallah speech was cautious, characteristically of him, to be honest. It didn't assign attribution to the Iranian attack, unlike the Iranians did. It did blame Israel for the killing of the Hamas leader in Beirut, something the Israeli government hasn't really tried that hard to deny. Basically, what's really interesting is that the Hamas leader that was killed in Beirut was the Hamas ambassador to Lebanon. Essentially, his job was to try to get Hezbollah more involved in this war. And Nasrallah and Hezbollah have been resisting that this whole time. And now that they've killed him on Hezbollah's turf, Israel may have allowed this dead Hamas leader to achieve in death what he couldn't achieve in life, which is to get Hezbollah more involved in the war against Israel. And that's the risk of these targeted assassinations. You take out a terrorist, but you don't really have control over what happens next.
Yeah, after months of back and forth between Israel and Hezbollah on that southern border, this was in Beirut, in the capital, the most brazen strike that we've seen so far by Israel. Josh Rogin of the Washington Post, thank you very much for your time and for your thoughts today.
Anytime.